G'day everybody, Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms. The other day we put a question out on Facebook to aspiring farmers saying, what are the three things you need to make your farm dreams a reality? And we got so many responses. So I wanted to spend a bit of time to go through each of those answers, give my thoughts on it, and then also talk about how with Cultivate Farms we can help that, or even who else is out there that could help get you onto your farm and make your farming dreams a reality. So there's a few here, there's a list in front of me, I'm going to have to look down every now and then. But I hope you enjoy. I think these have been really revealing. We appreciate your feedback. We want to keep hearing from you guys around what you need, and we'll keep adjusting and hopefully make it possible for every one of you to get onto your dream farm. So the first one is capital. That's pretty much why we started Cultivate Farms, is that we know you need a lot of money to get farming in the traditional way, but we're saying no, all you need is passion and dedication. And if you're clever enough, there are lots of people who will back you onto a farm who want to buy a farm. So we think we've removed that issue of capital. Land. So yeah, finding the right bit of land is really tough. So that's one of the things we want to provide is access to farms from retiring farmers or from people who like what we're doing and love the idea of connecting you guys onto their farm. So that could be a new way of getting access to land for you guys, but also because you now know that you can get onto a farm, you should be out there talking to retiring farmers and seeing if they would want to match you onto their farm as well. Another one is a farm owner that generally wants to help the next generation. We're finding that there are those farmers out there, and the more the word gets out around what we're doing, the more farmers of retirement age are going to be saying, I love the idea of getting a new family onto my farm, new family into the community. I can retain equity, I can mentor them. I think we're going to turn into the number one option of how people want to transition from their farm when they're at retirement age. It's really exciting. So we think we're going to find lots of those farmers who want to back you. Patience was another one. But patience is boring. No, patience is definitely needed. It probably would take 1 or 2 years for you to get onto your farm. But in the meantime, you should be out there getting farm ready, educating yourself, but also you should be out there telling everybody you want to be a farmer and being proactive about getting your farm. Timing. Yeah, timing's a key one. So how do you know if a farm's going to pop up and be ready to buy? People have said that there was a farm, for example, that was available they didn't know in time, and so they couldn't go ahead and do it. But I think you should be 2 years ahead of the game. You should know where everybody's at in the area you want to be farming, knowing when they are thinking of moving on. So you be on top of it 2 years in advance, a year in advance, having discussions with them around different options of getting you onto their land. So timing, I don't think needs to be an issue anymore, that you just need to be proactive around finding those properties. Set and follow financial goals. Absolutely. So you need to be a good steward of finances, but also you don't need to have the $500,000, the $1 million in your bank account anymore to start a farm. If you've got 50,000, 100,000, 5,000, and you're dedicated, but you've got the skill and the passion, you can get onto a farm that you own equity in, and you can build that equity over time. So you can still set those goals, but now you can dream bigger, that you don't just have to have enough there to pay for 40 or have 40% down payment on a loan. You can get going much earlier. Save up and buy a small piece of land. That's good, but I think we can do better. I think you should be aiming for the dream farm that can sustain you and your family into the long term. And I think people buy small bits of land because that's all they can afford. But how do you run it? How do you make it profitable? How do you continue your full-time job and run on the weekends and nighttime to go back to the farm to get things moving? I think that's a good option if you don't have the ability to get on a profitable full-scale farm. So I think I love the idea that no one has to do that anymore. A network to discuss ideas. Yes, we love that. So we want to build this database of aspiring farmers that can just connect with each other and share stories and and learn and help each other out. That's exactly what we want to create. And through our updated website, you'll be able to find all those farmers, aspiring farmers around you or even around Australia that you can connect with and share stories with. So that's what a big one that we want to do. Allowed movement, and that's what we want to do as well. We want to go out there and let everybody know in Australia that it's possible to be a farmer. You don't need millions of dollars. We want a retiring farmer to know that there's a new succession option for them. And we're going out and talking to as many people as we can. Banks, government, community groups, land care, whoever will listen, we're out there talking about it. We're putting stuff online, blogs. We want to be that movement fighting for you guys to get you onto your best farms. So yeah, we love that one. Loud movement, awesome. Mentors, that's a great one. So being able to find farmers who are willing to share their knowledge and skills to aspiring farmers, I think is a no-brainer. We have one or two on our books that we'd love to be able to connect, but we want to keep building that up and have hundreds of mentor farmers out there who are willing to spend time to get you guys farm ready. So that's a great one. Succession. So people are saying they need help with succession. So and I think this is another area that we can help out in. That say you have 3 kids who could get the farm, and maybe only one of them wants to run it. So how do you still get that capital so that the parents can get a cash injection and go buy another house in town or whatever they need. But if you're just handing it on to your kids, you can't do that. You're limited in your options. So we think what we're doing allows those broader discussions to happen around how you can split up the farm in terms of equity and allow the new generation to take the lead and have some investors on board as well to strengthen the arrangement. One here, not coming from a farming background, I really don't know where to start. We are really excited by the possibility that we could start stealing lawyers and accountants and bankers and builders from cities from everywhere all over Australia and get them farming. Because we're removing that barrier to capital, we want to attract the best people all over Australia to be farmers. And so the people that say that they don't have the skills yet, they're the type of people we want to attract and say, yeah, you probably won't get on your farm for 1, 2, 3 years, but because you've got that hope that you can be a farmer, you'd go and do a TAFE course, you'd go and work on a farm, you'd build your skills, and they're the things that we want to hold your hand and guide you through so that you are farm ready and you can take on a farm in a few years' time. You probably can't do it straight away, but we want to help you to get there. I think that's really exciting. And the last one here is tap into professionals such as accountants, marketing, etc. And that's another thing we're really keen on doing, and we're already starting to rack those guys up. That we want to have networks and access to great people all over Australia, farm advisors, accountants, that will come in and support you guys to not only assess the farms that you could be placed on, but to support you in the day-to-day management to make sure you're running a profitable enterprise. And even those connections before you get onto the farm as well. So they're those connections that we want to create, and that's why we want to create this social movement of aspiring farmers all wanting to get onto farms, that we can attract the attention of organisations who can help out. And we find that people get our message, and all we have to do is ask, and lots of opportunities will open for us. So that's another area we're definitely keen to get into. Look, there's a few more. I'm going to write this up in a blog as well, so check that out. But we love hearing from you guys. We want to know that what we're doing ticks your boxes. We want to get you on farms. We want to do that ASAP. So we just need to keep hearing from you. We'll keep refining our business model. But this 2017 is looking exciting. 2018 is looking exciting. We'll be fighting for you guys to get you on the farm. So please let us know if there's anything we can do. But yeah, again, the ball's in your court around finding farms for yourselves. And we're going to keep building up our public persona so that people know about us and farms can start flowing in to put you on. So thanks everybody. Please send through more questions or get in touch. Cheers.